All right. Good evening. So for this one, itong application of differential equation, most of them kaya ng calculus, no? So first topic ng application ay law of natural growth and decay. So dito, the rate of change of y is proportional to the value of y present. So itong differential equation na to, kapag sinolve nyo, ganito yung lalabas na equation. And sabi ko, bakit siya calculator lang? Kasi kaya yan ng mode 3 and then 5. Ayan. Mode 3, 5 siya. So, for example, itong problem na to, 1 hour after bacterial colony starts growing, a scientist determines that there are 9,000 bacteria present. After another hour, there are 12,000 bacteria. How many bacteria were present initially? So, kung minalwan solution nyo to, mahaba-haba na rin yan. So, ang gagawin nyo lang, sa mode, ayan, mode 3, 5, yung x ay equal sa time. So, kunwari dito sa given, 1 hour daw. After another hour, gawin yung 2. So, originally, after 1 hour, na-determine daw nila na 9,000. Tapos after another hour or after 2 hours, naging 12,000. And then, how many bacteria were present initially? So, i-clear mo lang to. Maglagay ka ng 0 sa x. Tapos shift 1, 5, 4. Ay, hindi, mali. Shift 1, 5, 5 pala. Meaning, when x is 0, ano yung y hat? Or ano yung value ng y kapag ang x ay 0? So, 0 y hat is 6, 7, 50. Ayun. So, kung gamit nyo ay canon, mode stat pa rin siya, pero hanapin nyo yung exponential. Ganun pa rin naman. Tapos, apps lang yung magbibigay sa inyo ng shift 1. Ito, apps to. Ayun. So, i-explore nyo lang. Madali lang naman siya. So, kung move tayo, a radioactive substance has a mass of 100. After 10 years, it has decayed to a mass of 75. What will the mass of the substance be after another 10 years? So, pag mag-mode 3-5 ba dyan, ano yung sabi ng problem? A substance has a mass of 100 milligram. So, 0, anong value daw niya? 100 initially. So, decay problem naman to, hindi to growth. Pero okay lang, mode 3-5 pa rin yun. After 10 years, it has decayed to a mass of 75. So, naging 75 daw siya after 10 years. What will the mass be after another 10 years? So, i-clear mo lang to. Bali, ang tanong niya, when x is 20, ano yung value ng y? So, 20, y hat yan. Shift 1, 5, and then 5, 20 y hat. 56.25. Yan na. Ganun lang yan. Decay na to. So, kahit anong problem sa growth and decay, kaya ng mode 3-5. Eh yung shifted. Pag sinabing shifted natural growth or decay, Newton's law of cooling naman siya. Kung mapapansin nyo, ito yung equation, differential equation. At ito na yung final na solution. Na? Pero if itatranspose mo tong TS sa kabila, Bale, T minus Ts lang yun is T minus Ts. E raised to negative KT. So, kaya pa rin yan ng mode 3.5. Shifted nga lang. So, paano ginagawa, sir? Okay. According to the Newton's law of cooling, the temperature of an object changes at a rate proportional to the difference in temperature between the object and the outside medium. So, ganito kasi, meron tayong reference dito na yung reference yun yung temperature of the surroundings. So, kung object, if the object whose temperature is 70 and is placed in a medium whose temperature is 20, sa Newton's law of cooling, kapag yung object ay pinatagal dun sa surroundings, yung temperature niya ay magiging equal sa temperature ng surroundings. Si growth kasi, tsaka si decay, kagaya nito, si decay, yeah, kapag pinatagal nyo yung time, yung, syempre, decay nga to, yung radioactive magzi-zero. Okay? So, ang reference nito, zero reference si growth and decay. Si growth naman, kapag as time approaches infinity, magiging infinite din yung population. Pero sa shifted or sa natural, sa shifted natural growth or decay or sa Newton's law of cooling, meron kang reference. So kung gagamitan natin ng calculator to, no, kailangan yung tandaan tong TO minus TS. So sabi niya, if an object whose temperature is 70 and is placed in a medium whose temperature is 20 and is found to be 40 after 3 minutes, what will be the temperature after 6 minutes? So kung gagamitan mo ng calculator, ulitin ko lang, ayan, mode 3.5 pa rin yan. So initially, the temperature is 70 and after 3 minutes, naging 40 daw. Pero ang ilalagay mo dito, hindi 70. Dapat 70 minus yung temperature ng surrounding. Tapos dito sa kabila, naging 3 minutes daw. 40 naman. So 40 minus temperature ng surrounding. So CY, lagi yung sinasubtract ng temperature of the surrounding. Ayun. And then, what will be the temperature after 6 minutes? Ay, clear mo lang yan. Kunin mo yung time na 6 minutes. Tapos, y hat. Ang makukuha mong value ay 8. Pero ang 8 na to ay equal sa temperature ng object minus 20. So, para makuha mo yung temperature niya, ibalik mo lang yung reference natin na sinasubtract kanina. Minus 20. I-add naman natin ngayon. So, therefore, ang final answer natin, 28. Ayan. And then, ito naman. One day, when the temperature is 30, a cool drink is taken from a refrigerator whose temperature is 5. So if temperature of the drink is 20 after 10 minutes, what will its temperature be after 20 minutes? So dito naman, heating naman to, hindi siya cooling kasi technically, yung cool drink nyo ay 5 degrees. Tapos after 10 minutes, naging 20 daw siya. So pag pinatagal niyo yung cool drink na yan, eventually magiging 30 degrees siya. So umiinit yung cool drink natin. Ganun niyo siya imagine. Pero kaya pa rin yan ng mode 3.5. Paano, sir? Okay. So mag-mode 3.5 pa ulit. Tapos ang sabi niya, initially, yun yung 0. Tapos after 10 minutes. Pero this time, hindi ka magti-T temperature of the object minus temperature of the surrounding. Kasi kung ipa 5 minus 30 mo yan, magni-negative yun. No? So huwag kang maglalagay ng negative sa Y. Gagawin natin, mode 3.5, 0 and 10. Tapos, kung sino yung mas mataas na temperature, siya yung ilalagay natin. 30, tapos isa-subtract mo yung temperature na 5. So, initially 5 lang siya. So, 30 minus 5 to naman. Then, after 10 minutes, naging 20 daw siya. So, paano yun, sir? 20 minus 5? Hindi. Ang reference natin ay 30. So, ang naging temperature ng object ay 20. So, 30 minus 20 yan. Yan. Then, after 10 minutes ulit, so 10 y hat, ay hindi, 20 na pala yung hinahanap. So, after another 10 minutes or 20 minutes, ang makuha niya 4. Ano ibig sabihin ng 4? Hindi yan plus 20, no? Hindi rin yan plus 5. Yan ay 30, no? Minus temperature ng object. So, kung titignan niyo mabuti, ang nasa y natin, y ay 30 minus temperature, which is yung 5. Kaya 30 minus 20, di ba? Parang ganun. Or just 20, 30 minus 5. So, ang y natin ay 30 minus temperature of the object. So, pag nakuha niyo yung 4, bali, transpose niyo lang, 30 minus 4 is the temperature of the object. Kaya, ayun, 30 minus 4, yun na yung temperature ng object ngayon. At yun yung nasa choices na equal sa 26. Ay, ganun lang. Mo 3-5 lang din. Next, ano tong miscellaneous problems? Ito naman sana yung mga problem na minamanual eh. Paano yun? Now, a particle moves such that its acceleration is a function of time and AT is a plus 12t in meters per second squared. If its velocity after 1 second is 11, find the distance traveled after 5 seconds. Okay. I apologize kung sinabi ko pala kanina sa application, lahat ay kinakalkyo. Ito, hindi to kinakalkyo. No? Pero may paraan ako dyan, pagdating sa dulo, nakakalkyo ko siya eh. Pero paano ba ito sinusolve, sir? Okay. So, pag sinabi natin acceleration na 2 plus 12t, acceleration is 2 plus 12t. So, yung acceleration na yan ay derivative of velocity with respect to time. So, 2 plus 12t. So, sa application, pag nag-cross multiply kayo ng dt, ito siya. So, dv is equal to 2 plus 12t dt. Then, integrate nyo yan. Integrate nyo to. Meron na kayong may makukuha kayong velocity. And the velocity is, ang integral ng 2 ay 2t. Tapos ito, 60 square plus yung arbitrary constant c. So, if the velocity after 1 second is 11, so ang ibig sabihin nito, when time is 1, v is 11. Ang purpose nun ay para ma-solve yung c. So, 11 is 2 times 1 plus 6 times 1 square plus c. So, ano yung magiging value ni c? Obviously, so 6 to plus 2 transpose nyo. Tama ba na yung c ay equal to 3? Ano lang naman to eh. 2 plus 6 is 8. Transposing 8, negative 8. 11 minus 8, 3. So, ngayon, itong c, substitute nyo dito. So, bali, ang itsura niya ay the velocity is 2t plus 60 square plus 3, which is, ang mangyayari, eventually, ang tanong kasi, find the distance traveled after 5 seconds. So, itong velocity naman, based sa concept, is the distance of velocity, ay, derivative of distance with respect to time, yun yung velocity. So, write mo lang tong function of time natin. Tapos cross-multiply ulit, ganun, variable separable. So, the derivative of S is 2t plus 6t squared plus 3 quantity differential time. And this must be integrated. Okay? So, ito naman, pagdating na sa dulo, ang tanong niya kasi, find the distance traveled after 5 seconds. Hindi ko na ito manual integrate. Kasi, ano na yun eh, distance na siya, nasa dulo na. Ang part lang na nagsusulat talaga tayo, yung hanggang velocity. Kasi, hindi to nakakalcu eh. Nahihirapan akong hanapin tong C na to kasi may initial condition siya. So, pagdating dun sa second na integral, dito yon. And ang tanong niya, distance traveled after 5 seconds. Lalagyan mo lang siya ng initial value na 0 up to 5. Paano yun? Integrate mo lang. Mode 1, integral 2t plus 6t squared plus 3 from 0 to 5. Yan. So yung 290 na yan, yun na yung distance at yun yung hinahanap ng problem. So ito yung sinasabi ko na pagdating sa dulo, nakakalcu pa natin. Na kapag hindi siya two-step, rectang calculator yan. Paano? Kunwari ito, when a bullet is fired into a sandbag, its retardation is assumed equal to the square root of velocity on entering. Find how long will it travel if its velocity on entering the bank is 144 feet per second. So, eto nga lang, kailangan yung imagine yung equation kasi hindi mo makakalcu yan nang wala kang equation. No? Gusto ko makita yung solution using calculator nang wala kang equation. Imposible yon. So, paano ba itong sinasabi ng problem? Kagaya nung kanina, meron kang acceleration, gano'n. Yung retardation na to is deceleration yan. Ano yung deceleration, sir? So, negative acceleration yun. Saan daw equal yun? Is assume equal to the square root of velocity on entering. So, square root of velocity on entering. Na? E di meron kang negative dv over dt is equal to the square root of velocity. Ito yung sinasabi kong kailangan yung gawa ng equation. Tapos, di ba mag-variable separable ka dyan? Ito yun. Na? Variable separable nga. Bakit dt pa rin? So, over square root of v equal to dt. Kung manual solution to, pakita ko na lang muna pala yung manual solution para ma-appreciate yung calculator technique. So, negative v v raised to negative 1/2 yan, derivative of v equal to dt. So, yan yung equation, no? Tapos, pag manual solution yan, i-integrate natin to. So, integral nito, integral din ito. So, time na to. Ano integral nito? Bali, negative v raised to 1/2 over 1/2 plus arbitrary constant c. So, ang equation natin ay negative 2 square root of v plus c equal to t. And okay. Okay, so dito sa initial condition, bale, ang sinabi ng problem is ano eh, for how long will it travel if its velocity on entering is 144? Meaning, when time is 0, the velocity is 144. So sa manual solution, bali, negative 2 square root of, wait lang. Negative 2 square root of 24, 144 plus C is equal to T. When T pala is 0. So, initial condition kasi when time is 0, the velocity of entering is 144. So, bali, ang C mo ngayon ay positive, no? Transpose kasi natin. Negative 2 square root of 144. Yan. So, negative 24 siya. Bali, ang equation mo bali ngayon, final equation, negative 2 square root of V plus 24 is now equal to time. So, ang tanong niya ngayon, for how long will it travel? Yun yung bali sa dulo, when velocity is 0, kasi, di ba, tumama yung bullet dun sa sandbag na pagtama niya, 144 yung speed niya. Siyempre, for how long will it travel? Until such time na tumigil siya. Kaya velocity 0 yon. Yung time naman natin yung unknown. E di, since manual solution lang naman yan, pag zinero nyo to, ano na yung time? 24. O, kita na yung sagot agad doon. Okay? Okay. So, ganito, ano? Here's the deal. Yung video na pinakita dun sa una, it was a video that I created para sa mga nagre-review na. Kaya most of them, pansin nyo, I'm focusing dun sa calculator techniques kasi dun tayo, yun yung forte ko eh. Now, and sa differential equation natin, sige, I will allow yung calculator techniques. But, for this one lang. Yung law of growth and decay and the Newton's law of cooling. So this is a different presentation. Ito yung module na binigay ko sa inyo. Whereas yung ginamit ko dun sa video at first, na siguro mapansin nyo, ito na yung continuation. Minerge ko kasi siya. So gumawa ko ng bagong recordings, tapos kinuha ko yung previous discussion ko, na calculator techniques, na discussion. Kasi i-allow ko na kayo gumamit ng Mode 3.5 para hindi na kayo mahirapan. But allow me to discuss yung simple explanation ng growth and decay mamaya. Kung kunwari wala tayong calculator technique, ganun. Pero again, I will allow you to use law of growth and decay, Newton's law of cooling sa Mode 3.5. But the motion problems, yung miscellaneous problems natin, now, dito sa problem na to, it's almost the same problem nung kanina. Nag-solve siya ng integral gamit yung calculator. Ito, in-integrate pa, yung diniscuss ko. No? So, yun kasi, so ipakita ko rin yun mamaya. No? Pero may gusto akong sabihin eh. Ano yun, sir? Yung mga discussion ko na yon, i-merge ko lang siya. So, I will edit yung recording ko na to. Tapos yung video na yon, marami pa kasi yun eh. Complete yun hanggang difficult problems na kina-calculator technique. So, ikakat lang natin hanggang dun sa application lang, dun sa discussion natin na kakailanganin nyo lang. Okay? So, our final topics are etong dalawa lang, motion problems and yung growth and decay, plus the Newton's law of cooling. Kaya, ilang problems lang yon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lang. Okay? Pero ibibigyan ko kayo ng mga practice problems. I just hope na panoorin niyo yung video na ano kasi para tulong yun, no? Yung calculator techniques para sa inyo. Kasi kung magiging strict ako, hindi ko ipapagamit yung mode 3.5 dito sa growth and decay, tsaka sa Newton's law of cooling. But then again, I will allow you to use it. Okay? So, with the module na binigay ko, so we will start with motion problems. Pero baliktad siya, no? Yung recordings na, yun nga, yung pili ko before, um, nauna yung growth and decay, tapos nag-miscellaneous problems. Okay? So, dito, unahin natin yung motion problems. And probably na consider niyo na to, no? Na-review niyo na siya, or actually napanood niyo na siya dun sa previous na video. Pero yung dulo, ganito yung ginawa niya eh. Nag-integrate ng 2t, 2t or 2x plus 6t square or 6x square plus c. Yun yung c natin na na-solve equals sa 3. Tapos ginawa kong 0 to 5. Okay? Tapos naging 290. Sa motion problem, ipapagawa ko to sa inyo siguro. Pwede naman, as long as you can do it. Pero, mas maganda, i-manual nyo siya. Paano ba minamanual yun, sir? Okay, sige. Discuss natin yun. Wait lang. Okay, ganda na. So, yung yung solution eventually kung naintindihan niyo siya, dito siya naging 2t plus 6t square plus 3 dt. Tapos dito ako pina-integrate. Kasi integrate yung distance, ano? Okay? So, tas ito yung pinalagyan natin ng limits, 0 to 5, naging 290 yung sagot. Pero paano ba ito minamanual? Well, madali lang naman ito i-manual kasi ano na yun eh, integrate na lang manually t squared plus 60 square. Pag in-integrate nyo yung 60 square is 60 cube over 3, kaya 2t cube yan. Plus 3t plus another c. Okay? But this time, yung c, hindi mo pwedeng sabing 3 yan, kagaya nung na-solve natin previously na 3. So, nilalagyan ko yan ng C1. Okay? Kung yung kanina C lang, pwedeng yung gawing C1 yon, tapos ito yung C2. So, in any case, arbitrary constant pa rin siya. Tapos, kapag walang initial condition, ang usually ginagamit natin when time is 0, yung distance natin ay 0. Okay? So, pag sinubstitute nyo yan, yung t is 0, s is 0, mangyari, s is 0, di ba? Sorry. 0 is 0 square plus 2 times 0 cube plus 2 times 0, then plus C1. And then eventually, yung C1 nyo, equal din sa 0. Ibig sabihin, tanggalin mo lang to, ang distance mo na ngayon ay, ano siya, distance is t squared plus 2t cube plus 3t. Kasi nga nawala na yung C. Bakit pala initial condition natin dito 0, 0? Kung babalikan niyo yung problem, wala siyang binanggit na initial distance niya. Pero we will just assume na yung when time is 0, initially hindi pa gumagalaw. Kahit sino namang tao, kapag time is 0, hindi gumagalaw, walang distance na nako-cover. Ito kasi binigay niya na after 1 second, naging 11 meters per second na siya. So nagalaw na kasi naka-1 segundo na. So gumalaw na siya. Okay? Pero pag ganun na 0 muna, wala tayong initial condition, assume nyo lang 0. So makukuha nyo C nun, C1 is 0. Pero minsan, kapag 0, 0 yan, may mga value pa rin yung C. Depende dun sa equation. Well, for this example, naging 0 siya. Kaya ito na yung equation natin. Now, isolve na lang natin. When time is equal to 5, what is the distance? Kasi yun eventually yung tanong. So, find the distance traveled after 5 seconds. Ayan. Na? So, paano siya, sir? Well, substitute nyo lang yung 5. So, distance is 5 square plus 2 times 5 cube plus 3 times. Na itong i-manual, pwede itong diretso sa calculator. So, 5 square plus 2 times 5 cubed. 5 cubed plus 3 times 5. Yan. Then eventually, you'll get also the same 290. Ito yung i-require kong solution sa inyo. Sir, hindi ko pa pwedeng integrate, tapos lalagyan ko ng limits, 0 to 5. Okay, pwede, pero kailangan ko pa rin ng solution. Eh, ba't mo pinakalculator, sir? Pang-check nyo. Ibig sabihin, pag nagawa nyo to, naglagay kayo ng limits at kinaya ng calculator at may lumabas na 290, and then minanual nyo siya, 290 din yung sagot. Ibig sabihin, tama yung integration nyo. Yun lang. Gusto ko lang malaman kung paano nyo ito i-integrate manually. Okay? Next is yung next problem. Ito, I think na-explain ko naman ng mabuti kasi minanual ko na siya. Pero pinanood ko yung video na record ko, may confusing part doon, yung tipong negative 2 square root of b plus c is equal to 0. Tapos hindi, 0. T pala siya. Tapos ang sabi niya, when time is 0, the velocity is 154. Yun naman kasi yung initial condition. For how long will it travel? If the velocity on entering is 144. So nung tumama siya dun sa sandbag, ang initial velocity niya 144 kasi nga bullet yun, mabilis. No? Time is 0 yun. So pag kinompute niyo yung c dyan, okay, habang pinapanood ko siya, may na-realize lang din ako. So negative 2 square root of, tagaling ko na siguro yung square root. Ay, yung parenthesis. Square root of 144 plus c is equal to 0. Okay, tapos kinompute ko, kinalculate ko yung negative 2, na negative 2 square root of 144. Tapos biglang, sabi ko negative 24 yun. Then nung nag-solve ako, biglang positive 24 ang sinulat ko. Actually, tama naman yun. Plus 24 pa rin siya. Kasi itong negative 24 na to nasa left side. And then plus c is equal to 0. Ito lang yung na-miss ko na part. Tapos eventually c is equal to 24. Kung na-figure out niya naman kung bakit siya naging plus 24 dun sa previous video, edi that's good. Ibig sabihin, naintindihan niya na tinatranspose pa siya. Okay, may mga ilan lang siguro sa inyo na sinabi ko dito negative 24. Pero ang sinulat ko eventually, kung gumawa tayo ng equation, negative 2 square root of v, tapos pag naging plus 24 equal to t, dahil yan ulit sa tinranspose na value. Okay? Tapos ano na yung hinahanap? Sabi niya, for how long will it travel? Ayun, velocity 0, yung time. Eto, 0, ilagay mo dyan, mapawala to. Ito na yung final answer natin. Okay? Ayun, in-emphasize ko lang yung etong part nito. Now, let's go to this one. Sabi ko, no, yung video na previously na pinlay nyo, okay, nasa 21 minutes yun. Minerge ko lang yung recording na to. Etong mga problem na to, pinakalkyo ko na lang. Pero paano ba siya minamanual? Sabi niya, a population of certain communities found to increase proportional to the population present. So, yung rate of change of the population dun sa recording is dp over dt or parang dy over dt. Parang ganon. Pero dito, dA over dt siya is equal to Ka. Well, actually, kahit wala yung formula na yun, kaya nating ipakita yun by using proportionality. Na, gamitin na lang natin yung A or the amount that's proportional to the population present or the amount of population or amount ng substance kung decay man siya. Pero growth to, so dA over dt. Na, ayun yung sinabi niya, proportional to the population present. And in algebra, pag ginawa niyo equal sign yan, equal to Ka, okay? Tapos nag-cross multiply kayo to separate the value of variable, meron kang K dt. And then integrating both sides, meron ka ng natural logarithm of K is equal to Kt plus C. Ito yung original equation. Bakit kinakaya ng mode 3.5? Kasi kapag mapunta ka dito, ito na yung nagiging equation. Bakit kaya? Simplified version yan nung solution natin sa growth and decay or growth. Bakit? Kasi, eto pag sinimplify natin, paano? We raise both sides by e. Okay? Kakaroon ka ng e raised to ln of a or a equal to e raised to kt and merong arbitrary constant c. Tapos ito nangyayari. When time is 0, the population is initial population. Okay? So, the population or yung amount, ito yun, is equal to CE raised to KT. Ito din yung isang formula. Sorry. Pag sinubstitute nyo itong initial condition na to para makuha yung C, ang nangyayari, PO is equal to C e raised to K times 0. And e raised to 0 is 1. Therefore, C is equal to PO. Ayan siya. Kaya nagiging P is equal to PO or initial population e raised to K. But then again, yun yung manual solution nga, ano? Pag binigyan ka ng problem na kagaya nito, the current population is 1 million. So when time is 0, the population is 1 million, 1M, 1 times 10 raised to 6. And then in 5 years, the population is 3 million. So in 5 years, naging population is 3 million. Ang tanong niya, find the population 10 years from now. So when time is, ano yung population? Okay? Kung nabilisan kayo doon sa discussion ng mode 3.5 kanina, this time, ulitin lang natin. Okay? So, mode, equation, hindi. Mode 3 pala, mode 3. And then, e raised to x, 5. And then, just type itong mga to. 0, 5. Tapos dito, 1 million. Then, 3 million. Tapos, tingnan yung hinahanap. 10 daw, what is P? So, i-clear mo lang. Bali, lagyan mo ng 10. That represents X. Ano yung Y? Get Y using shift 1, 5. Hanapin yung Y hat. So, 10Y hat means when time is 10, what is the population? So, 9 times 10 raised to 6, or that's a 9 million population. Kaya letter D. Alright? So, eto, na-discuss ko to. Dun sa previous example, decay naman siya. Panoorin nyo na lang ulit. Eto, half-life. Parang hindi to na-discuss doon. So, paano ito naman to, sir? The half-life of carbon-14 is 5,730 years. How long will it take 100 milligram sample to decay to 90 milligram? Okay. So, if you will base dun sa problem natin ng decay pa rin yan. No? Kapag sinabi nating half-life, kasi half-life yung given. So, initially, 100 milligram. So, time is 0, the amount is 100 milligram. Pag sinabing half-life, yung itong 5,730 years, 5,730 years, amount ay 50 milligrams na. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng half-life. Meaning, nakalahati yung 100 milligram, naging 50 milligram. Kaya tinawag siyang half-life. Now, pero ang tanong sa atin, for how long will it take 100 sample of carbon-14 to decay to 90 milligram? So, ito lang hinahanap. When time is 90, ano yung? Ay, baliktad. Sorry. So, when the amount is 90, ano yung time? So, ito, kapag naman ganyan yung hinahanap, pansin nyo, no? Yun naman yung x hat. Yun yung kapag nag-shift 1,5 ka, may makikita kang x. Kasi maglalagay ka naman nun ng y. Y value 90. Kunwari, na, dun sa previous example natin. Okay? Kunwari, ang tanong niya, kailan magiging 9 million yung population? So, lalagyan ko siya ng 9 million, 9 times 10 raised to 6. Tapos, mag-shift 1, 5, 4 ako. Yun yung previous example. So, 9 million x hat is, ano ibig sabihin nun?
Kapag yung population ay 9 million, ilang taon? Yun yung x hat na ibig sabihin. So, eto paano ginagawa? Palitan mo lang yung initial value ng mode 35, lalagay mo lang sa x na 0, tapos 5730. Tapos sa amount, 100, and then 50, kasi nga half-life. So, i-clear mo lang yan, lagyan mo ulit ng 90 para sa amount, yun yung y, and then, time yung inaanap shows shift 154, ayan, 90 y hat, 870.98. So, 870.98 years. And that's your half-life. Bibigyan ko kayo ng mga sample problems dito, or baka ito nang ipa-quiz ko sa inyo. Pero you can use your calculator. Ha? Ayun. Tapos itong Newton's law of cooling, no? Remember na may reference ka na temperature of the surrounding. Yun yung reference natin. Okay? Ito, 20 yun. And lagi niyong tandaan, T high minus T low lagi yung nasa y hat. Okay? So, hindi ko na-explain to kasi din-explain naman na yan. And, ayun. That's it, siguro. No? So, magiging final topic natin, balikan ko lang, based dun sa module na binigay ko, meron ako motion problems, tapos law of growth and decay. So, stop ko na yung recording ngayon, i-merge ko siya dun sa previous na yung sinabi ko sa inyong ginamit ko sa review, kay recordings din naman siya. And it's a good thing, no, na yun yung ginamit kong video para hindi nyo na i-manual yung mga growth and decay. Yun nga lang, kailangan yung meron kayong calculator na merong mode, stat. Okay? And then 5. Hindi pwedeng gamitin ng cellphone. Hindi pwedeng gamitin yung calculator ng katabi. Kailangan may sarili kang calculator. Okay? Yung calculator ko, isa lang. Kung sakaling wala kang dalang calculator pag nag-exam. Isa lang yung mapapahiram ko sa inyo ng calculator. Pero the rest, kailangan yung manghiram ng calculator. Alright? So, ayun. And that's it. Thank you guys. Kung may question kayo, chat lang kayo sa akin, ha? And God bless you. Bye-bye.